Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on my veggie garden and how I've turned it into like what it is today, from this to this. Yeah, I didn't film an intro for it, so it kind of just jumped straight in. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll talk to you throughout the video and at the end. Yeah, boy, yeah. First thing I'm going to do is like clear out all this mulch and bark and move it over under the tree there where there's more. And there's also some that I want to put out behind the shed. Okay, that's the last one. That took like less than 10 minutes to clear all that. This last one is not going with the rest. Hopefully the camera doesn't fall. This one is going to go up the back. We're going to spread some mulch behind the shed just to stop the weeds. Very tight fit through there. Nice. So I just went and picked up a grid book, so now I can accurately draw up the yard. So I'm just going to go through and measure along the fence, and then I'll probably just measure across the back and then start sorting out how wide the beds are and all of that. Yeah. Alright, so I've got my measurements done. So now I'll draw a better one with straight lines and accurate 2-scale measurements. Okay, so over here in my window I have made myself a desk. Why is it overexposed? What's going on? So I drew up the backyard and it's all to scale. 2 of these squares equals 1 meter. So these compost bins are going to be 1 meter by 1 meter. So yeah, here's our layout. So this is the pathway that runs up the yard to my door. So that pathway. So the pathway actually runs up here currently, and then it goes that way. This is where we want to move it. So it currently comes out there between those 2 marks. So we have to dig it up and push it over to here before we can start doing our garden beds. So all these garden beds are going to be the same size by moving the pathway. This is phase 1. So phase 1 is just going to focus on this side of the path, and then we'll focus on this side of the pathway another time. Because there's a car here and there's like a pile of scrap and rocks and stuff all along here. This is the clothesline. I basically just added like a rough 1.5 meter circumference around it, or 1 meter. So if we have like towels or stuff on the line, they won't interfere with any of the plants. This one, it'll go like just there. I don't know if it's going to be that shape. I think I'm just going to move one of the raised beds up here and just fill it with like things that enjoy sun a lot. I don't know, maybe some flowers. There's also like a plan to maybe add a little bed just here, just to fill out this little bit of space. It's less lawn to mow and it make that bit of space productive. So just a little context for this part. I didn't really explain it to the camera because it was really windy on the day. So now I'm just preparing the pathway to get moved. After I started doing it, I realized how fucking heavy these slabs of concrete are, and I actually called on a friend, which you'll see in a little bit. But like he was doing most of the work, and I'm just too skinny and too like weak to like move those slabs. So I feel kind of bad that it was all on him, but he did a really good job, and like I really am grateful for his help. We only got 1 slab moved. Then you'll see like another cut. And the pathway will just be done. That's because, like, yeah, like I was saying, the slabs are really heavy, and my friend and I only got 1 done, and I actually ended up getting my workmates to come round, and we had 4 or 5 of us lifting them into place. I just dug out the area that I needed. needed them moved to, and yeah, just called them up, shouted them some lunch, and we got it done in like 10 minutes. It was super easy with like 5 of us. Yeah, I've made a mess, hey. So, you saw the plan at the start of the video, like what's gonna happen, and these are the first steps of it going into action, I guess. Yeah, so, keen to get going on it. As you can see, we've gotten started on the pathway. It's so heavy, I am worn out, especially from just the digging as well, and just other things, like I'm just tired. So I just trimmed this hedge. I just chucked all the clippings in the garden bed that we moved up the back yesterday. I threw some logs and sticks and shit that were like sitting over there, I threw them in. And now I'm just going to fill up with soil from the first compost pile and just try and fill this bed out with it. No. And yeah, here's the jump cut I was explaining. So the pathway is moved and all the garden beds have been moved and filled out. Yeah, it's looking a lot better than it was, and it's a lot easier to manage the weeds in the beds because we can now get like all the way around the beds. Before they were up against the fence and lots of weeds were just coming through that we have to lean over the beds and lean over the plants that we had in to get to those weeds. So now it's just a lot more manageable, a lot easier, and I really like this layout a lot more. It's also given us a bit more room to grow some more stuff. So yeah. Okay, hello, how's it going? It is the second day of spring, and so I'm going to take you for a walk through the garden now and show you what I've got planned for spring. So I'll take you over to this bed first. So in here we've got garlic, we've got some onions sort of scattered around, and in between the onions we have carrots, I think this is spinach coming through. I've done a row of spinach here and another row here. This is broccoli, which was from seed straight into here, so you know, that's cool to see it coming up now. Over here I've got the compost. That's been brewing for like 2 months now. Should be pretty good to go soon. In this bed I've got 2 rows of corn from seed. But we got corn on this end of the bed because it's the tallest and the sun comes from that direction. And then here we got a row of spring onions. There's nothing in this area yet. There's a bunch of like these peas shooting up. That's from like the pea straw. Every time I plant stuff I just sort of pull them out, sprout it everywhere, which I didn't know would happen with pea straw. So next time I'm just gonna get good old sugar cane mulch because that worked on all the beds last year. Over here, I think this is a nectarine tree. This sprouted up in the middle of the yard actually, so I dug it up and potted it. Looks like we got a redback living in here somewhere. Probably under the pot since they like these black pots. This is cauliflower. We had a lot of cauliflower, so I put them in pots, and when they're a bit bigger I'm gonna give them away. Here's more cauliflower, I think. I did plant Brussels sprouts as well over here, but I think they're a winter crop, so I don't think they'll take very well. I think these are the Brussels sprouts here. More carrot, sort of just scattered everywhere in between. More cauliflower there. Lots of peas coming through. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we got baby beetroot all along the front here. But these ones seem to be doing alright. They weren't looking too good when I planted them initially, like a week in they were looking pretty. They're sort of greening up a lot now, which is good, and their leaves feel really healthy, so that's awesome. Here I put in some snow peas, and I've got this like fence to help them grow, this old gate. Trying to find the gate to grow up. Yeah, it looks like they're dying because they're running along the ground. This one's flowering already, so maybe I planted them a bit too late. I don't know. It's only the second day of spring, so we're gonna have a few more colder days, but it has been very warm like pretty early. Like today's gonna be 25 degrees and last week it was like 10 degrees. Like I don't get this weather. Global warming and shit messing with our stuff. Here's the cat. He's chilling. Enjoying the sun, yeah. It's really nice, like today, like the weather hasn't been this good for a couple of months, so yeah, it's spring. Spring's looking hot. What else do we have? We got a bunch of like succulent things and like, I don't know, is that an ivy? Something like that. A foxtail, I think this is what it's called. I like these ones. There was one of these at my pop's house and it was massive, and I don't know, it was just, they're so cool. Here we've got, I think this is blackberry. My sister planted this. It seems to be doing alright. Top of it has died though, so I don't know. See what happens. It's got new leaves coming through though. It kind of died back through winter, but yeah, it's coming up really green now, so it must be doing alright. It's coming into season, I guess. What's over here? Verbena lemon balm, which just like the other ones is coming back now because I think it got planted in winter. And lemongrass. And then this is a herbal. This is on my sister's garden, but I thought I'd include it since it's all growing. But except for the herb garden. The herb garden, she didn't take care of it. It died. She hasn't taken care of most of this, and I don't want to take care of it because it's her plants, not mine. I've been doing woodworking, so I've been chucking like my sawdust. All the sawdust sort of like down here, because it's all heat treated pine, so it's like, it's okay to put it on the garden. It's not chemically treated or anything like that, so it makes a good pathway. It's good and like soft to walk on. Keeps the moisture in the soil underneath, which is really good. There's still a bit to go around the back and along this side, so I need to do some more planing and get some more sawdust. Oof, fuck. Oh yeah, we got the flower bed here, which is sort of not looking too good at the moment, but there's a succulent in here. There's a weed next to it. There's another succulent here. I don't know what they're called. They're just plants to me, man. I don't know. Then there's this bushy boy, Ioxtia, I don't know, Hills Daisy. This has really nice white flowers on top when it blooms, they look really pretty. You can see the old buds down there. That's how tall it was when I planted it a year ago. It's already grown twice the size, almost 3 times. This is like a purpley flower that has like white dots all over it, and I think it looks really cool. I just saw it and I was like, yeah, I'll chuck that in my flower bed, get some pollinators in there. It's got a lot of new growth coming through on all the ends, but I think I will take it out and swap it for a native because it isn't native and the bees don't seem to actually use it, so it's not doing much for us. So I'll take it out. There's also one of these, which is sort of like a rose. It's got like these thorns and stuff, but it like vines. It's a climber. It's a, whatever that says, Bougainvillea. I don't know. This is the nectarine tree, which is coming up with these really nice pink flowers, and it looks freaking beautiful. What are these? I've got 3 of these. These are like some bulbs that I found near the compost, like these big onion type bulb things. So I put them in some dirt and they've come up as this. In here is my avocado, which I found in the compost, just growing like really well, so I potted that. I've had that all through winter. It's still alive, so hopefully it'll start getting some more height to it. It hasn't really grown much, and the top of it is brown, and shriveled up, so I'm not sure if I'm meant to like cut that there and let it grow, but it has a new sprout coming up on the side here, which looks like it's going to be like a new stem. It's quite thick coming off the side. I think it's going to be like this one. This is like another stem here that's died on top, so yeah, I don't know, this one might come up like that and might take over. I don't know how the trees and stuff work. I just put them in the dirt and hope they grow. Yeah, that's sort of it at the moment. The garden is sort of just work in progress, and I'm waiting for stuff to grow. There's going to be some more rows going in here, probably 1 or 2. They're just going to be straight into the dirt. I'll get some logs for the edge or something, and that'll help suppress the weeds. It's good to have this pathway along the fence because all this grass grows through really thick all along the edge. You can see there's a lot of it there. Hey cat, what's up? Yeah, so before we had the beds up against the fence and it was really just so annoying to weed them. There's a couple of pots up there. This is a park bench that I've made during one of the many lockdowns that we've had since I've last recorded. This is my dill. And then I put some natives in here. I think they're natives. Oh no, they're not natives. They're just some seed, some sort of flower that we had. My sister bought them, but yeah, I put them in pots to see if they'll sprout, but they haven't yet. I also put sunflowers in the end of this. They haven't sprouted yet, but they were only planted half a week ago. But yeah, I think that's it. Everything else is kind of just, I'm kind of just waiting for stuff to grow. Is that gonna focus? Hello? Step into the light, it might help. There we go. But yeah, I've been working on another park bench, like the one out there, but this one's a bit bigger. This is for my sister. Yeah, the shed's had a few upgrades. I've been pulling apart a lot of pallets with plans to make a lot of stuff. I've got a pile of pallet wood there, and I've got more shit stacked on the other side of the shed there. These are all the boards that like snapped, all these bags and everything. These are all the boards that just sort of broke when I was pulling them apart, so that's all kindling. Fucking plenty of it, but because we're coming into the hotter months, no one really wants to buy any kindling, so the post on Facebook is just sort of chilling there. In terms of the shed though, I have actually upgraded a few things. Well, upgraded to a few things, not upgraded things, but bought myself a few things. I bought myself an impact driver, which is one of the best investments ever, because I've been using this Makita, which is cabled and really heavy and annoying, and not an impact, it's just a drill. So to have an impact drill is like really awesome. Like, I didn't realize how much I needed it. I love it. I've kept myself from greatness for so long. But yeah, some other tools I bought this planer and a thicknesser. So that's been cleaning up all my boards. That's how I've got these really nice pallet wood boards. These are off Facebook Marketplace, I think. Oh, well, this is off Gumtree, that's off Facebook Marketplace. Got them pretty cheap, which is awesome because money. Been good so far. I've used them to clean up all that, and I will be using them to clean up all that, so we'll see how well they go. Been tidying up the wall a bit. Put my sash clamps up there, put those clamps up there, got more clamps up here. Just sort of been adding smaller tools, also from Facebook Marketplace. I try and buy most of my stuff second hand, except for that Impact, because that was on sale and I was like, I'm not passing that opportunity. I used my store credit points as well at Mitre 10, so I got it a bit cheaper, which is awesome. Yeah, I don't know, I've sort of been reorganising my hardware, but hardware always gets mixed up. I've got a bunch of rusty nails from pulling apart the pallet. I still have car parts everywhere. The car, like, its timing is off, and I'm so overworking on it that I've sort of put it to the back. This video is sort of going on. This is meant to be like a garden video, but I guess it can just be a full update video or whatever is going on in the shed. A few people are asking when the next car video is, and look, I'm sick of working on that thing. It's been like over 2 years almost from when I first started pulling that thing apart to now, and it's still not running because I'm not a fucking mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's all in now. The motor and everything's in. Everything except for like the intake extra bits. But that's because I'm trying to get it to start before I put everything back on. I'm pretty sure it's the timing is off by like just a click or something, or like just one tooth on the timing gear, because it's firing but it's shooting the exhaust is coming out the intake for like a second. It just goes and like, yeah, so I think that's the timing. I'm hoping I haven't like... At this point my camera stopped recording, so I'm just going to end the video there. That's been my garden and where it's at so far. Present day of this recording right now, it's actually like a couple of months after the end of this video. And the garden is looking really good, so I'll post an update video in maybe a couple of weeks. In terms of the car, what I was saying at the end there, yeah, it's like it's all together. It's close to running, but it's not quite there yet. There's a few more issues going on with it. The weather's just warmed up, so I've actually just started working on it again. I've had to pull everything back off it. I have to take the cylinder head back off and see what the fuck's going on, because yeah, I could possibly be knocking the piston head with the valve or something, like with the timing being off just the slightest, because I can't actually turn it to top dead center now to reset the timing, so I have to pull it apart and find out why it won't rotate. It shouldn't be seized, it's got fresh oil in it and whatever, but I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do my garden and stuff. If you want an update video, let me know, and yeah, I'll get to that. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. Thanks, bye.